And we should be live. I'm just checking streams. I need to put this in the other Discord server. And we should be good to go. Let me check the gate. We are good. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Enemy Bingeaholic stream. Kidioda, I see you are in there. Fantastic. And we are doing what we were going to do both mine and Lady Pool's top 20 anime of all time. However, Lady Pool is not feeling well, and so she can't be here. So what we're going to do is we'll do my top 20 anime lists of all time, and then we will do hers next week, and then we'll start getting back into some more reviews for you guys here soon enough. So, you know, we wish Lady Pool the best. Hope she gets, I think that's her typing in chat. She is. She says she's in bed. That's where you need to be, damn it. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're a new channel. We're just starting. I thought we'd start the new year with a top 20 list. Make sure you follow, subscribe if you haven't already, and spread the word about Anime Bingeaholics. We're here to do our top 20, and we were going to have some fun with that. So hope everyone had a great holiday season. Hope everyone had a great start to the new year. I'm going to drink a little bit of bourbon here. Oh, delicious. So we're going to go through this somewhat quickly, not too quickly. I will type it out as I do it. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Let's see. So we really only need to see mine, because we're not doing Lady Pools. So we'll just do this here. Should be able to see it. Yeah, looks good. There we go. All right. So let's start. I hope everyone's good. This is my favorite anime of all time. I'll list some of the reasons and the characters, why they are, and then some honorable mentions that I didn't put in here. They would probably be in my top 30, but I wanted to list out. Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to hear the honorable mentions after I do my top 20, or do you want to hear just the top, or do you want to hear the honorable mentions and then get into the top 20? I'll let you in chat decide if you guys want to do that first. I'll let you guys make the decision here. What do you guys want? You want the honorable mentions first, or let's do some honorable mentions? Okay. All right. So these are some of the probably definitely top 50, top 30, but didn't make it. So let me look at my notes here. Let me take these off. Usually I keep them on because of glare, but I can't see with them when I'm reading, so I'll have to do that. All right. So some that did not make top. I mean, there's a really good anime, but they just did not make my top 20. We have Food Wars. So that's one that didn't make it. Trigun. Parasite, the Maxim. Seven Deadly Sins. Bunny Girl Senpai. Evangelion. And Black Lagoon. So those are some that I had listed that I did not put as honorable. These are honorable mentions. So these are all anime that are outside. So again, Food Wars. Trigun. Parasite the Maxim, Seven Deadly Sins, Bunny Girl Senpai, Evangelion, and of course Black Lagoon. So yeah, so those are some of the ones there. Now I'm going to type out each of the first ones. So let's start with my number 20. I don't know if I'm going to spell these right, but I don't care. So first one, number 20. Haiku. Oh, look, it pushed Lady Pools over. I'll have to fix that. You know what? Can I get rid of that line? I cannot. I have to just, I'll fix this later. So my first one is Haiku. If you've not seen it, it is a phenomenal anime. It's one of the best sports animes. There's one that I like a little bit. I want more than this. Haiku for me. I played sports in high school, and I was part of a football team, for example, that got to the state semifinals. I know I connected with this anime on a higher level because of the way they just capture the essence of what a team goes through, and the hard work and the sacrifice and the pain and the anguish of winning and losing, and the character developments, and not just the character development in the sense of just them as people, but the relationships and how they form together as a cohesive unit, the sacrifices they make, the desire to win, all this stuff hit me in the feels. I mean, I got emotional and teary eyed in some of this, and I don't usually do that in anime and stuff. And this one hit me. I think it's a fantastic anime. If you've not watched it, I recommend it. It is unbelievably good stuff. Great underdog story. I think it's fantastic. So, number 20 is Haiku. All right, number 19. Da 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 da. Konosuba. I don't know if it's Kona or Kona. Konosuba. I mean, God's blessing. What can I say? I mean, I believe in gender equality. So it goes without saying. It's with an A. All right, so I spelled that. I don't know why I thought it was an O. It's Japanese words, and I don't spell them that well. But I adore this anime. I think it's a riot. I think it is a comedy gold. I've enjoyed the first two seasons in the animated movie. I think this is a great fun anime that it has had me in stitches. It breaks the fourth wall all the time. I think it is just brilliant. I mean, the funniest shit I've ever heard in anime has come from Konosuba. So, I love it. I love Darkness and Megami, and I mean, just all of these characters are just fantastic. Even the supporting characters are so good. But the dynamic between, and I'm forgetting the main character's name, and I'm going blank because I've had a long day. Give me a second here. Oh, God. Kazuma, thank you. I don't know why I can think of that. I know Aqua Darkness is Megami, but I could not think of Kazuma. A lot of names and stuff here. I didn't write his name down, but just a fantastic anime. I love it so much. So Konosuba, really outstanding, funny, and just really well written. Very clever, just super funny. I just think the voice acting in that is fantastic. Number 18, Cowboy Bebop. I mean, you knew it was going to be in here. I love Spikes, one of my favorite characters of all time. I think it's a great anime. It's one of my favorites. It's been for a long time. I saw it when it first came out. That's how old I am. So, Cowboy Bebop definitely deserves to be in the top 20. I think it is phenomenally good. Some have it higher, some have it lower. I think it's number 18 is where it should be. So with that, I mean, it speaks for itself. I think Spike is an awesome character. Yeah, some people don't get it, but I remember watching it when I did. I thought it was great. It's just maybe a little bit of nostalgia, but I think it's a great, the underlying themes and stuff in that I really enjoyed too. So, Cowboy Bebop, number 18. Number 17, Death Note. Come on now. L and Light were going to be here somewhere. I think Death Note, especially the first season, is goddamn classic. It is unbelievably good. One of the earlier animes that I watched that I just fell in love with. I think Death Note is brilliant. This first season more than the second season, but I enjoyed the second season, and I really loved it. I thought it was so good. So it's such a just a great thriller, great, just powerful. I mean, the themes in that one really get you thinking, and it is unbelievable. The themes in that, and I'm trying not to spoil too much in here, but I can just tell you that Death Note, if you have not seen it, you need to watch it. It is unbelievable, and you will really, really enjoy it. Don't watch the movie that came out recently; it's garbage. Blech. Don't just watch the anime; you'll love it. All right, number 16. Steins Gate. If you've not seen Steins Gate, I don't know what's wrong with you. Kirisu, Rentaro, all the characters. I mean, Kirisu's best girl. One of my favorite girls. I think she's fantastic. I love this. This is a sci-fi thriller, getting into time travel, things of that nature, and kind of like the butterfly effect. And it is so good, so well written. I think the last part of the first season is unbelievable. I enjoyed the hell out of Steins Gate. I think it is a top 20 anime. I think if you like psychological thrillers and just the stuff that they talk about here, I'm into science and stuff like that, and just the theories and the things of how things are happening. I think it's well done. It's outside, they're just concepts and theories in science, but I think the way they describe it and the way they do it, it is unbelievable. Such powerful emotional scenes from this. I thought it was brilliant. I loved it. I've watched it several times. I really, really love it. All right, number 16. You, come on. No, stop. Why does it keep giving me a cap? Stop it. Thank you. Yu Yu Hakusho. Wait. Hakus. I don't remember how to spell. I think it's one of the best isekai animes ever. I think it is, or it's not isekai. Demon kind of. Just a great shonen. I think it's a. I don't know why I called it an isekai. It is unbelievably good. I love the characters. If you've not seen it, it's a much older anime, but I think Yusuke, all those guys are really fantastic. I thought it was a great shonen. I remember watching it back in the day, and I thought it was just brilliant. It has not lost any luster since I've seen it, and I think it still stands out. It is a very high class anime that you would probably really enjoy. All right, number 14. I hope I'm spelling this right. Hajime no Ippo. Hajime no Ippo. If you've not seen Hajime no Ippo, please watch it. It is unbelievably good. I adore this. The two main guys, Ippo, Mamoru. It is a boxing anime, and it is unbelievably good. I love this, and few sports animes have got me. Haiku did, and Hajime no Ippo did. I could not stop watching this anime. You think it's just about boxing, but it is so much more than that. It's development of this, these characters and the things that they go through with boxing. It can be a little bit over the top, but I like the fact that they discuss some of the history of boxing, where the moves that they do come from, where they get from Mike Tyson or Jack Dempsey, and just the way it works. It's so over the top in the fights, but it is so well done, so well choreographed. You feel the fights, you feel the emotion, you feel the things that these characters go through. I think it is goddamn brilliant, and I highly recommend Hajime no Ippo. All right, number 13, we've got Maggie, and I'm sure it's got a longer name, but I just put Maggie. Maggie, if you've not seen it, all I gotta say, one word: Sinbad. Sinbad's one of my favorite anime characters of all times. I like some of the other characters too. Phenomenal anime. It is so freaking good. Alibaba, I like a lot. His story arc in that. It is unbelievable. Sinbad is a badass mofracker, and I thought the political side of this is a great political anime, and the just the interaction between all the different sides. It is so unbelievably good. I think Magi is amazing, and if you've not watched it, just for the fact that just watch what Sinbad does, I just think it's brilliant. I think the characters, the political intrigue, and the things that goes on here, just really good. I liked it a lot. All right, so that's number 13 is Magi. Number 12, JoJo's. It's Bizarre Adventure, but I'm not writing all that. JoJo's! Hell yeah. Oh my god. Joestar's my favorite Joseph. Season 2. If you've not seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the reason it's not in my top 10, because although I adore JoJo's, I think it slows in certain places where it's kind of like filler a little bit. It kind of kills the pacing a little bit. However, the characters are phenomenal. Great funny moments. The villains, I think, are top notch. Zobaldo. I mean, just it's so good. This anime that goes over this timeline of this family, and it is just phenomenally good. I mean, there's a scene in the second season where Joseph, this vampire guy, is coming to kill him, and he's like, "Okay, you're here to kill me, okay." Pulls out a Tommy gun. It's supposed to take place, I think, in the 30s, late 30s, and he just obliterates the vampire with a Tommy gun, and then does his famous move where he runs the hell of that. It's like, it is unbelievable. Season 1's a little hard to get through, but I mean, I think JoJo's is phenomenal. I think JoJo's is so good, and if you've not seen JoJo's, I highly recommend it. It is so good. A lot of horror elements to it. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to do a million things at once because it's just me today. I think Dio is one of the best villains ever. The fight between him and not it's Jotaro in season 3, one of the best fights in anime ever. Great shonen anime. I think you'll enjoy it. The characters, the plot, it's pretty good. Season 1's a little slow, but I think by the end of season 1, getting to especially season 2, I liked season. I'm trying to see 4 or 5. I think I'm on season 6. I haven't watched season 7 or read through season 7. I can't remember what's animated or not. I kind of stopped it, but I think JoJo's is got, from what I've seen, it's super badass. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All right, so that's just number 12. Number 11, Ghost in the Shell. I think people forgot about how good Ghost in the Shell is. I think Ghost in the Shell, and I'm including in that not just the original Ghost in the Shell, but Standalone Complex. I love both series that came out of that. Not the new one that's all whatever computer animated. No, they made Major look like a 5-year-old girl, and I can't stand it. But I've super impressed with Ghost in the Shell. I think Major is the greatest female Chad that has ever been on this planet. I think she's an incredible character. I think this is an anime that it's a political thriller, a detective story. It gets into philosophical debates. But I mean, they did a great job from taking the original Ghost in the Shell. I think it was in 96, 97, and then the anime Standalone Complex came out in the early 2000s. I thought that was phenomenal. Just the whole plot. I'm not going to get into the plot, but I really loved the thought process of it. Really made you think. They had a whole episode in Standalone Complex where it's just them sitting in a room, a discussion room virtually, and just talking about this one person who's the supposedly bad guy, and it was phenomenal. I just could not stop watching it. I think these are, but Ghost in the Shell. I'll type Standalone Complex too in there as well because I thought they're both top notch. Unbelievable philosophical ideas. The music, the soundtrack, I think is one of the best soundtracks in anime. And if you've not watched it, I highly recommend it. I love Major. I think she's phenomenal. One of the things about Ghost in the Shell too is a lot of militaristic movement and stuff in that. There was one scene where it was about the sniper and his story. I don't know if they had military experts on this, but being ex-military and ex-Army Ranger and sniper and all that stuff, I don't know who was talking to them, but they nailed tactics and this stuff like I've never seen before. It is unbelievably good, and I adore this one. All right, so that is the 20. So from 20 to 11, we've got Haiku, Konosuba, Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, Steins Gate, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hajime no Ippo, Magi, JoJo's, and Ghost in the Shell, and I'm including the series, Standalone Complex, stuff like that, because I just eat it up. So we get into our number 10. Number 10. As next talk, I would like to say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is a phenomenal anime. I adore Full Metal Alchemist. I think the villains are some of the top villains in anime. Just unbelievable. The characters are unbelievable. You follow Edward and Alphonse, and Ray. I mean, one of my favorite villains is Greed. It's just so good. There's so good. I can't tell you how good Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is. I mean, it is really phenomenal. It is such a different concept, but it makes sense. I mean, the idea of alchemy and what you can do with alchemy, the repercussions of balance. It is unbelievable. If you've not seen this, you need to watch Full Metal Alchemist. It is unbelievable. Not the original one. The original one, because of the shortcomings that they did with the series, not as high as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh, they finally completed it, did the story arc. I think the villains are top notch. You will really enjoy this. It is unbelievable. Great thriller, great action. great ideas and discussions of life and what and you know the way they use alchemy in this, and the balance of what you give and what you take. It is phenomenal. I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, I watched it nonstop, and I still watch it. I could watch it again. It is an unbelievable series, and I think you should check it out. All right, number 9, Mob Psycho 100. I adore it. I remember the first season I really liked Mob Psycho. The second season is unbelievable. I cannot tell you how blown away I am by this. I love Shigeru, as I can't say Japanese name, so he is unbelievable. There's great funny moments. I think his boss, his sensei, Teru, is unbelievable. Such a phenomenal. The animation in this is unbelievable. The Body Improvement Club thing is so funny as hell. I mean, it is just an unbelievable shonen that gets into psychological stuff and power of the mind, and it is unbelievable. I think the action's phenomenal. I think the characters are well developed. It's funny when it needs to be funny. It's serious when it needs to be serious. It is so goddamn good. And it might move up I'm not gonna lie, Mob Psycho might move up, because if season 3 is better than season 2, which season 2 was much better than season 1, and I really enjoyed season 1, I think Mob Psycho's got it can move up on my list. But for right now, it's number 9, because there's other 8 animes I just thought are a little bit better. Number 8, Hunter x Hunter. It goes without saying. Kill Kurapika, Gon, I mean, Jin, I mean, what can I say? It is unbelievable. I mean, Hisakai is one of the best villains out there. He's the clown of the series, but he is no ordinary clown. I think Nen is the greatest power system that has ever been created for shonen. It is so good. The Ant arc is phenomenal. So there's some incredible fights in here. They're just so good. I can't. I could talk about this anime for about 3 hours and just gush, because it is so good. I enjoyed it. It's sad that it didn't continue from where it did. I did continue in the anime. I'm sorry, in the manga. I think the manga is really phenomenal. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is really, really good. So I enjoy Hunter x Hunter, and I think it deserves to be on this list. Number 7, in this one, I think it's time. I think it's time it starts getting its just rewards. Attack on Titan. I'm sorry. When I first started watching Attack on Titan, I thought it was like an A-rated anime. It has gotten better and better and better, and I've read through the manga, and I'm just watching the last season, and it is so unbelievably good. The characters themselves are fine, but what it's about it is the intrigue and as you learn about stuff, and just it is so good. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but it is horror. It is gruesome. It is brutal, but it is a world where people are trying to survive. Who the Titans are, where do they come from? Why is humanity where it is? All these stuff get in there. The concept of what war really is, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, Attack on Titan has become, it is a top 10 anime of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Season 4, and I've read the manga. It is, I'm telling you, this is an S-class anime. You need to watch it. It's slow building in the beginning. Push through that shit. Get over it. It is unbelievable. It takes a little time, but a lot of great stories take time to develop. I can't gush enough about Attack on Titan. I've just enjoyed it more and more as it's gone on. Again, I'm not getting in depth. We do that when we do the actual cover of these animes, but I think Attack on Titan is just so good. You need to check it. It is straight up phenomenally good. Number 6, Fate Zero Unlimited Blade Works. I think this anime is godly. Favorite candor, greatest chat of all time, Iskander, aka Alexander the Great. If you guys don't know the concept of this, is these people, they summon these heroes, they fight out for this grail, the Holy Grail, but it's the characters like Iskander and Saber, who's author, but they do a twist on that. I mean, the assassin, all these characters, it is unbelievable. The two main guys, and I'm trying to remember their names. Um, I want to say I can't remember the kid's name that stuck with Iskander and Kiryutsu. Who else was it? I can't remember. Uh, Great stuff. There's some Gilgamesh is phenomenal. I just think this anime is so good. I mean, there is so many wonderful moments, so many great fight scenes, so powerful, epic decisions. The philosophy and the philosophical ideas that are discussed in this are just, even in the funny moments, you get hit with those. And I think if you watch it and you really look for that kind of stuff, then you'll be pleasantly surprised of like how good it is. I think it is. I think it's a phenomenally well done anime. Well, the second one after that, I think Fate Stay Night, good. It continues on this story of Unlimited Blade Works with certain characters, and some of them come back, and it was good. But I don't think it tops what they did in season one with Unlimited Blade Works. I mean, it is phenomenal. If you've not watched it, you should watch it. I think Unlimited Blade Works is, oh my god, it is so good. Number 5. One Piece. You know I was going to be here. Greatest running, longest running shonen I can think of all time, hands down. It just hit its 1,000th chapter in the manga, which was unbelievable. I'm on top of the manga. I think it is unbelievable. I think some of the greatest characters, and I mean Luffy, the whole crew. Luffy, Zoro, I mean Nami, Usopp. Just they're so good. It can be the anime can be slow at times, but the overall world building, the intrigue, the adventure story that this is, it is so good. You don't watch One Piece for the fights itself. You watch for the overall emotional build up and the resolution of the fights and things that happen in there. There's just so much good about One Piece. It can be slow at times in the anime. In the manga, not so much, but in the anime, yeah, there are a lot of filler bullshit that goes on there. But overall, I mean, great funny moments. Just a really fun. It's a fun show. It's an adventure show. And it's got so much in-depth stuff that when you just these small little moments that each of these characters go through in their development, it is unbelievable. I mean, I think One Piece is one of the greatest things ever, and they're making a live action show for it, and I can't wait to see it because I adore One Piece. I think it is unbelievable. I think the world itself that's been created, the concept of devil fruits, I mean, just the whole thing. It's just a fun adventure anime shonen that you would love. Everybody should love One Piece. If you don't, and then I don't know what's wrong with you. Number 4, Code Geass. Lelouch. I'm not going to write that. I think Code Geass is unbelievable. The tactics, the strategy, the political drama, the intrigue, it is so good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you've not seen Code Geass, you should. Unbelievable. It is so good. I mean, I remember when I first watched, even at the first episode, I was like, what in the hell did I just watch? It is so good. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but if you've not seen Code Geass, you need to watch it. Hey, Power Nelly, how's it going? Code Geass is my number 4 anime of all time. I could watch it anytime. I love it to death. I'm not going to spoil anything, but we will do it. As I said, we'll cover all these, and some we've already covered already in our reviews, and we'll get in depth with the characters and the stories and what we love about it, what we overall rate it. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. I think Code Geass deserves to be up here. Number 3. Now we get to the top 3. Number 3, Gintama. I adore Gintama. I think it's the funniest anime ever made. If you've not seen Gintama, your loss, my gain. I think Gintama is unbelievable. It's one of those special animes where they break the fourth wall all the time, but there are powerful emotional moments. The fight scenes are really solid, but it's the characters. They're so over the top. The dialogue in Gintama is so good. The funny moments are so unbelievably funny. The concepts of the comedy, the dialogue, the interactions. It doesn't take itself seriously, but yet it has serious stuff in it. And I think that's what makes Gintama such an amazing anime. I think Gintoki is one of the greatest shonen protagonists ever. I think he is unbelievable. It is such a powerful, funny anime. I think you would really enjoy Gintama. I know it's a lot of episodes, but if you're looking for a long-running shonen that you'll really enjoy, and these awkward, funny, well thought out, well written, just great, just scenes and things that happen. I'm not going to break it down. Um, it's just Paranelli says, I love One Piece and I'm going to watch the Skypiea arc while waiting on a few more episodes for the one arc. Yeah, I just read chapter 1000, Paranelli, and let me tell you, it is unbelievable. Oda came correct for 1000. I was very impressed with chapter 1000 in the manga. So, all right, top 2 anime of all time. What are they going to be? I think you guys might have a good idea. Number 2, One Punch Man. I'm sorry. I think One Punch Man is one of the best anime I've ever seen. I think the whole concept of it's such one of those animes that when I first heard about One Punch Man, I was like, what? But it is. I think One Punch Man is it is so good. Saitama is unbelievable. I think the characters are unbelievable. The story of him when you are at the top and you can't find any reason and you're depressed and you have nothing to live for, what do you go on for? It's just so good. We've covered One Punch Man before, so if you want to get our in-depth analysis, you can go back and watch it. We have to re-record it. Never mind, we'll have to re-record it. But we have covered it on the channel before. But I think One Punch Man is unbelievably one of the best. It is so good. I enjoy it. And I'm reading the manga, and it's just making me love it even more. Last but not least, my number 1 anime of all time, Berserk. If I can spell it right. Berserk. I think Guts he is my favorite anime character of all time. I think Guts and what his humanity represents. I think this story of him and just unbelievable. It is one of the just unbelievable. Well, Finn, if you listened to my, you probably missed it where I had honorable mentions. So it's not there. Yeah, and these lists are subjective. And I would argue with anybody about why I think these are. Berserk, Guts alone. I mean, just the story of him, everything he goes through, the plot line, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Berserk is one of those things where I remember watching the original Berserk and just being blown away. And then they stopped. And it drove me batty. And then the manga's so slow too. It came back, and I think in 2016, but it was like digitalized, and the story art was okay, and they get flashbacks of everything that's going on. But I think Guts is one of the most phenomenally written characters of. Kenshin is not in top 50, neither is Samurai X. I don't think either of those are top 50 enemies. Sorry, Finn. Kenshin is, man, it's okay. Samurai X is okay. Did not enjoy those as much. But again, if those are your favorites, by all means, make them your top 50. There's nothing wrong with what you want to say, but just looking about it as again, I'll go over the honorable mentions. I may eventually do later on. Naruto original is in my top 30 Finity. Naruto Shippuden is further down because of the stupid war arc. Trigun was just outside my top 20. It was like that was one of my honorable mentions. Trigun. So I'll list my honorable mentions again. So Trigun was one of them. I think that would be probably top 25. Food Wars, Parasite the Maxim, Seven Deadly Sins, Bunny Girl Senpai, Black Lagoon, Evangelion are just a few of those. But yeah, I mean, if you've not seen some of these, please do. I think you'll change your mind. Yeah, Trigun's really good. You should finish it. A little bit lower than that. It's not that those are bad animes. It's just that I just think these are much better animes. I just think that their story, the characters, the the way they made me feel. I mean, like for instance, Haiku at number 20 is a volleyball anime, and I mean that thing had me just emotional. I couldn't believe how good Haiku was. So again, my top 20: Haiku, Konosuba, Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, Steins Gate, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hajime no Ippo, Magi, JoJo's, Ghost in the Shell, and I include a standalone complex as part of it. This Ghost in the Shell period, I just love it. Full Metal Alchemist, Mob Psycho 100, Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, Fate Zero Unlimited Blade Works, One Piece, Code Geass, Gintama, One Punch Man, and Berserk. So there you go. Yeah, Haiku is unbelievable, and all these shows. I think why they're in my top 21. I think they're just well written, well executed animes that, for their own different ways, hit me in a certain way. Some were for the laughter in the feels, some were just the feels themselves. A lot of them are just those. They're just great stories with great characters. So of all the anime, and I've watched hundreds. I tried to count it the other day. I stopped after 500. I've watched a boatload of anime. Some I've started and just stopped because they were so bad. I just could not watch it. I just thought it's pretty crappy. I'll tell you one that I got to give it a little bit more time. That's crawling up for that recently came out. Jujutsu Kaisen. I think the first season was unbelievable. That's a recent one. Demon Slayer, not so much for me. I think it's a top 50 anime maybe for me. I think Demon Slayer is pretty good, but the ending was kind of okay. What other anime recently have come out? I watched that one. No other anime other than Jujutsu Kaisen stood out for me, but I thought Jujutsu Kaisen was, man, that first season kind of blew me away. So yeah. Yeah, see, that's what Bleach doesn't even make my top 50. I look at the whole thing, Finn. I do believe that the up to Aizen, his reveal is. I mean, I think that's one of the best villain entrances of all time. But after that, blech, as I like to call it, just went downhill for me, and I mean, really, really bad. Goblin Slayer, no, doesn't make my top 50. Um, uh, it just doesn't. You gotta love it, but I don't think it's a top 50 anime, nor even a top 20. Um, but as I see, like Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm really debating, where I would put it. There's a lot of them that I'm still working on. What is it? Fate Zero Relife. That's one that I'm really debating where I want to put that. It's either in the 30s or the 20s. I think original Naruto is definitely in the top 30 for me, just for nostalgia. I just love Naruto, the original one. Um, I think Jujutsu Kaisen, I need to see more because where they left it at, I thought it was phenomenal. But I've got that Attack of Titan feel like, okay, you Mob Psycho with this too. It was like, okay, you got me hooked. I think it's phenomenal. Can this story continue in a way that will keep me hooked? And if it does, then Jujutsu Kaisen might make my top 20 eventually too, because I think that first season was unreal. It was so good. So I really like Jujutsu Kaisen. What is that? Yeah, one of the reasons I hate Bleach Paranelli is the ending is so bad. The ending is so bad. I mean, so bad. Oh God, it had so much potential. You watch certain animes and you get going into them, and then they just do it. Like My Hero Academia. I like My Hero Academia just fine. I think it's a good anime. They do stuff in there. I was like, what? No, and then it loses it for me. Um, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is my top 20 anime that I recommend. This is my top 20 of all time. Again, all anime lists are organic. They can change over time. I mean, once upon a time, Attack on Titan was much lower than it is right now. But with season 4, after I started reading the chapters and seeing what they're doing with the animation on it, it is, oh my God, Attack on Titan might go up. I mean, once I say what they do with the anime and how they make me feel, because it's one thing to see it in the manga, you get certain emotions, but certain scenes can only be seen on in animation, and it's so good. I can't wait to see certain things that they're going to do there. true Bleach ending will come out well, says Ziggler. I don't know about that, buddy. I think they gave their ending and it was like, really? That's the whole thing? This is what you did, Aizen? You dumbass. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like original Bleach up to the Soul Society arc with Aizen. I thought that was really good. But then after that, it lost me. It just got worse and worse. And blech, as I like to call it. But again, your anime list might be different than mine. That's what we love about anime. We get to argue about it, and well, if you think that this is the way it is, I think the list I've created is one of a kind. I think it stands out, and I'm sure if you look that these are some of the most highly rated animes ever there. So with the final chapter, is this after Aizen's move? I'll have to check that out. I gave up on Bleach a long time ago, so I'm not in the loop of what they're doing with Bleach. So, all right, so yeah, One Punch Man is fantastic. I love Saitama. God, he's so fun. I mean, there's so many funny, epic moments with that. I mean, you just talk about it, and I just start cracking up just thinking about the nonsense that he does. I mean, the mosquito. That's all I have to say is the mosquito. Once I say the mosquito, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you just start cracking up because you're like, really? That's just stupid, man. Just dumb. Oh my God. One Punch Man. I adore that anime. And the manga, and I can't wait for it to be season 3. I can't wait to see it on animated because, God, it's going to get better. It's so good. Think about, well, if you think this is the mosquito, think about when he's in the ship and that one guy's trying to steer him the wrong way. He's like, not that way. He's like, da, 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 da. It's so stupid. Yes, Kid Yoda, even though this is not anime, Cobra Kai Season 3 was unbelievable as well. So what we're going to do next week is we're going to have Lady Pool on and myself, and then we will come up with her top 20 favorite animes of all time. Finn, you boner. It's Christ, Finn. Get out of here. I'm not even reading that. Good Lord. I was like, oh, he's a doctor and he's telling us about COVID and washing your hands. And then I read the rest of it. I'm like, you bastard. All right, so that's my top 20. We'll be back next week. This will go on YouTube. I'm going to transfer it and do all that stuff. So enjoy. And then we'll do the lovely Lady Pool's top 20 list, and we'll kind of compare and contrast and stuff. So hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, make sure you hit the follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Then after that, we're going to get back into our anime reviews. I think we might do Jujutsu Kaisen because I think we might need to do that. That's a really good one. But yes, wear a mask, do your social distance, wash your hands, wash your face, wash your pits, like Finn says. And then what you guys can do now, which I'm sure you guys are from our Reality Skewed Gamers channel, go over there. Probably get ready to do some Don't Starve together. I'm going to jump off here, and you guys can go have some fun. And I'm going to go eat dinner and relax. So see you guys tomorrow on the RSG channel at the lunch stream. We will do the lunch stream tomorrow, and then we have the Wednesday night stream covering Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Just a lot of good stuff coming up for you guys, so hopefully you check it out. We're going to stay busy. We'll keep you entertained while COVID's going on, so have a great rest of your night, and we will talk to you later. Peace out.